Go.
All right, hi everyone. This is the second full body workout of the week, the high impact version. So in our first sets of moves, the very first move is going to be the bench step over. So I'm going to show it to you from the side and then I'll show it to you from the front as well. So it involves step up, back, and then once you get the hang of it, you can go a little quicker. The biggest thing is make sure your bench is stable. Make sure you're comfortable doing it before you start going quicker, because it's harder than it looks and it is easy to fall off of a bench, especially once you're a couple rounds in. If you're doing the second round of these after the first round of exercises, you might be more tired and it can be very easy to fall. So again, come back over here so you can... All right, and then the second exercise in this round is the squat with a Sven press. So I'm going to show it with a weight, but you can do it with or without a weight in your hands. So if you remember, the Sven press involves pressing your hands or your hands around a weight together and then pressing out. We're going to combine this with a body weight squat. So you squat down, press out, press in, and stand up. You can also come down. If you wanted to hold this squat for a little while, you could do a couple down here. You're going to do this move for a full minute. So it's whichever way you want. Again, without the weights, you just press your hands together and you'll still feel your chest engaging. And just like anytime we squat, you want to make sure that you keep your back and chest up, core engaged, and perform the move. The third move are called break dancers. So do these very slowly, especially at first. They're as much coordination as they are strength. So I'm going to lift my right hand and my left leg, kick the left leg up and touch, then back down to plank. Same thing, other set. So now it's left arm, right leg, and you just twist and go. You are going to do these for 1 minute, and the goal is to do them in a controlled manner. So I'm turning my hips, but I'm not lifting way up or dropping way down. I want to stay relatively flat while doing them. And then the last move for this set is alternating standing elbow to knees. So here we go, and it's crunch, crunch. You want to really focus on working your core while doing those. All right, and so that's the 4 moves for the first set. Once you do those, you're going to do 2 rounds of that, 1 minute of each move, except the crunches is 30 seconds. And then you'll move on to the second series of exercises. So the second round has one of my favorite moves just because it's fun, the bear crawl. So when you do bear crawls, you want to stay in a low position. You don't want your back coming way up. You want to stay flat, and I just crawl forward and backwards. And you really want to engage your core while you're doing this. And you're going to do that for 1 minute. Then the lunge to overhead press, alternating legs. I'm going to show it with a dumbbell, then I'll show it to you with a resistance band. So, you cut the weights right here, so you can see it from the side. I drop right leg back into a lunge, up, press, left leg back into a lunge, up, press. If you're doing it with a resistance band, the one thing is, instead of alternating legs, just switch legs at the 30-second mark. So, up here, left leg back, up, press, and then you would do this leg for 30 seconds, switch, and do the opposite leg for 30 seconds. All right, and then downward facing dog to a plank with alternating knee crunch. So this sounds harder than it is. So you start in downward facing dog, hips up, arms out, really trying to get your chest close to the thighs. I am not the most flexible person, so the downward dog portion of this is harder for me than the plank. So I'm pushing away, then I come up into a plank and bring my knee up into a crunch, and back, and then there. You're gonna go back, and you're gonna do this for 1 minute. And then the last move of this series is a half burpee. So, it's a little easier than a standard burpee, but not a ton. The idea is you're never gonna leave the crouch position. So, it's back, and that's the half burpee. You're gonna do that for 30 seconds. Once you get comfortable with the move, you can move a little quicker, and then we'll be moving on to the third series of exercises. So, the third series has a move we did a few weeks ago in the live video. It's a lunge with a pulse, alternating legs. So, I start on this side and pulse 3 times, up into the other leg. Go back, and you're just doing a little side jump to the other leg. You can step it out. If the jump's a little too much, you're gonna do this for 1 minute. And then, so this is the first boxing or kickboxing type move that we have in these exercises. So you're gonna do alternating uppercuts. So one thing to really focus on is engaging your core, and when you're throwing your arm up, you really want to push up, and you should feel it in your side. So it's alternating uppercuts. If it's easier for you, you can do elbows. I sometimes feel like it's easier to remember to engage everything if I'm throwing my elbow versus my arm. But you're gonna do those for 1 minute. All right, and then the last move for this one is a 1 minute of Superman to boat pose transitions. So we've done both of these moves before, but we've never transitioned between them in a workout. So what you do is you're in boat pose, transition into Superman. And your goal is to do it while maintaining control. It is difficult. You'll see my arm hits the ground. Just get up and get into the next move. And you're gonna do it for 1 minute back and forth between the two. Then the very last move for this workout, or the last set of moves, is the core moves. And they're all pretty straightforward. You're gonna do a left forearm plank for 30 seconds. A right forearm plank for 30 seconds. And then standard plank for 1 minute. And then you're gonna take a rest and do that again. All right, thank you guys. I hope you enjoy the workout.